Today I'm going to talk about Rip Till You Hit, what it is exactly, and how it's currently taking over live Pokemon card shows such as Whatnot. Hey guys, Galaxy Card Shop here. So basically, Rip Till You Hit is a newish concept that you see everywhere, all over Whatnot, and it might be on other live streaming platforms. I'm not 100% sure. I'm more familiar with Whatnot. But basically, it allows the buyer to purchase a specific order, and instead of ripping one pack, the seller will rip however many packs it takes until the buyer gets a quote-unquote hit. And the hit is determined by the seller. Typically, put it in the description so the buyer knows. And this allows the buyer to walk away feeling at least somewhat satisfied knowing that they got a hit. So, for example, if I was selling Japanese 151 packs, there's 20 packs in a box. There's 3 ARs, there is 1 SR or SAR, and there's some exceptions where there's double hits. And then there's 1 Master Ball in the box. And I'm using the Japanese 151, for example, because this is the one that I did Rip Till You Hits on my Whatnot shows, and found a little bit of success doing it. So, there's 5 hits total in the box, guaranteed. There might be some kind of exception that I'm not thinking about, but from my experience opening these boxes on hundreds of them and seeing other people open them, there's always 5 hits in a box. Basically, what I would do is I would take the box price. So, for example, at one point they were $100, and then I would divide that by 5, so that would be $20. So the buyer would purchase $20 order, and I would just rip until the buyer got a hit, which would be an AR or better. This can be applied to pretty much any Japanese booster box. Most Japanese booster boxes have 4 hits, so you would just divide the price by 4. So, for example, if a box of Super Electric Breaker is $40, the seller could divide that by 4, so that would be $10, and the buyer would purchase knowing that they're going to get an AR or better for $10. And really thinking about it, that's not too bad, and you have the chance to get the quote-unquote big hit or the SR, SAR. So I think it's a pretty good method of selling boxes and breaking them up instead of just selling individual packs, at least for Japanese. Now, there are sellers that do English, but I'm not 100% sure how the calculation works there. I think they are kind of gambling in a way because, I know booster boxes for English do typically have a little bit of seeding to them where you're going to get, a good amount of hits. And they might consider an EX a hit. It just really depends on seller to seller. And another good thing about it is that it lowers the barrier of entry. So, for example, like I was saying, the Japanese 151 boxes, they were $100 at one time. And by dividing that by 5, it was $20 instead. So I got more buyers because of that. And it all added up over time. And another thing about the live shows is that you constantly want action happening. So you constantly want people to be buying. So that way that people don't get bored and leave. So that's basically what Rip Till You Hit is. It's, in my opinion, it's good for customers because they're already planning on buying packs, and it at least gives them a chance of getting an AR or better instead of getting absolutely nothing, which happens all the time for Japanese packs. But it's also good for businesses because you can break up the box and it lowers the barrier of entry, which usually drives more buyers. It also increases the customer retention and repeat purchases because the added excitement of the win feel. So that's basically it. I just wanted to make this quick video about Rip Till You Hit. I haven't really seen any other ones explaining what it is. Let me know in the comments below if you've ever participated in one or if you ever ran your own Rip Till You Hit. How'd it go? Do you enjoy doing it? Do you think it's good for the customer? Do you think it's good for the business? If you enjoyed, please hit the like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.